Hello and welcome to Wendell's Guide to soloing Kel'thuzad in Naxx 25 man as a hunter. So basically, this first phase is just you're gonna have a bunch of alcoves with mobs in them. As long as you're in the middle and you don't go right into one of the alcoves, you don't have to worry about all the ads coming out. Um, There'll just be like one or two ads here and there that kind of like wander from the alcoves towards the center. So if you turn on Track Undead, you can actually see them probably a little bit better where they're coming from. But essentially, you can just go ahead and kill any of the ads that are slowly wandering their way towards the center. If you want the achievement, you can kill 18 of the abominations before the phase 2. You'll probably kill like a good 9 of them or so, 9 or 10 automatically, so you could probably just kill another 9 or 10. Like force yourself into killing 9 or 10, but I mean, essentially, it's not too big a deal. You can actually like just take on an entire alcove, and if you do try and kill an entire alcove on your own, then they'll just keep respawning. So doesn't really matter. If you want the achievement, manually kill 18 abominations. If you don't, just let them come toward you and kill them once they start wandering towards you. For the phase transition, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring the boss into the alcove, one of the alcoves. So basically, you're going to want to tank the boss yourself and use your silencing shot ability to try and like pull him into one of the alcoves. And the reason for this is if you're not tanking the boss, you will take. He does he does like this one ability on you that basically like it'll freeze you in place and do like 24% of your damage or 25% of your health every tick. So essentially, it'll probably end up killing you. To avoid this, you either have to be tanking the boss, or if the boss is inside one of the alcoves, you can go in a different alcove to line of sight it. Unfortunately, that I know of, there's no way to know when he's going to cast it. I don't know of any way of telling if he's going to cast it or not, so it's kind of iffy. But as long as you're either line of sighting him or tanking him, you don't have to worry about him casting it on you. Which is why you want to tank him and bring him into the alcove, and then once he's in there, you can have your pet start tanking him, feign death, and then line of sight into one of the other alcoves. And you just want to stay there until you've healed yourself up to full. And then you can go back to trying to tank him again. But I'll get into that in a minute. So you can see the phase transitions almost here. The alcoves will all have their mobs disappear. When that happens, the rest of the mobs that were already coming towards the center will still come towards the center, so you need to make sure you kill them ASAP. Once they've all spawned, or once they've all been killed, rather, go ahead and start tanking Kel'thuzad. Just make sure you kill all the little ads first. So I've killed all the ads, so now I can kill, or tank Kel'thuzad rather. So you just want to get back into one of the alcoves and use your silencing shot ability on his Frost Blast or Frost Bolt, and that will silence him for a few seconds and force him to actually come into melee range of you. So you just want to tank him until you're low. That way you can get as much DPS as possible on him. Now, what's going to happen is once you do get him low, or once you do start getting low, you're going to want to have your pet take over tanking. So you're just going to want to feign death, and then from there you want to immediately get into the other alcove so that you're line of sighting him, and that way he can't cast his ability that'll kill you. The other method is if you're BM, you can actually use a Spirit Beast to try and like heal through it, and you can use the Spirit Beast heal ability to just heal yourself a little bit, and it'll be enough to get you healed up. But it's pretty risky, and honestly, I think it's easier just to avoid getting hit by it altogether. So I'm getting pretty low, so I'm about to feign death, let my pet take over. During the fight also, you'll have 4 ads randomly come in. You just want your pet to tank them as well. So just go ahead and be prepared to MD them onto your pet. Essentially all you're going to do here while you're line of sighting is, if you can, try and bring your pet more so that it's outer, so that you kind of like line of sight. Hopefully you can have the boss line of sight, but have your pets in sight, and you can cast Mend Pet on your pet occasionally. Other than that, just kind of like pop out of line of sight every once in a while if you want to, and cast Chimera Shot or a couple other instance shots. Just make sure you're just popping in and out so that he's not able to, hopefully he's not able to cast it on you. It'll probably be a little RNG luck as well. I think I got fairly lucky in that he never cast it on me during this. Once you do get healed up to full again, if you want, you can actually dismiss your pet, which will kind of like force it to lose aggro, and then you can start tanking the boss again, which will allow you to like go full on DPS on the boss again. So that's a good way to get your pet to drop aggro. Just dismiss it, and then you can start tanking the boss again and resummon your pet. And then when you get low, you can go ahead and feign death and get behind the other alcove again. I think actually there's going to be ads coming soon. Yeah, here we go. So then there's a few ads that are going to come. Just MD them all onto your pet. So just keep MDing them all onto your pet and stuff. And then once you get low, you can go ahead and feign death and get behind the pillar. And then your Chimera Shot and Spirit Bond will heal you back. And then from here, you just do the same thing you did last time, where you pop in and out. Don't worry about killing the ads either. Just have your pet keep taking them. The ads, I believe, do have like kind of grow in size, and they'll do more and more damage the longer the fight goes on. But hopefully you shouldn't run into too many problems. You'll start having to like mend pet your pet more often, but other than that, you should hopefully be good to go. It's not too big a deal if one of the pets or one of the ads decides to take you on, as long as you don't have Kel'thuzad in your line of sight. Because you do not want to be in line of sight of Kel'thuzad if you're not taking him. Just do your best to line of sight him so he doesn't do the frost ice block thing on you. So you can see they're growing in size and doing more damage and stuff to my pet. They're just like, rawr. So I'm having to hop in and out more. You can, at this point, you kind of can dismiss your pet if you want. And do the strat again where you just tank Kel'thuzad again, dismiss your pet, and then resummon your pet, but it's a little risky because your pet's going to be taking a lot of damage, and you might end up taking a lot of damage too if you dismiss your pet. So it's fairly risky doing that. Normally at this point it's safer just to keep men petting. Try and pop a defensive maybe on your pet. I'm like, heal. But yeah, I mean, at this point you're just going to be popping in and out, popping men pet off, popping Chimera shot and aim shot, or not aim shot, but arcane shot and stuff off. So any other instance abilities. How big they're getting. They're just like, raw, we'll kill you. And I'm like, no, help me. But yeah, so it's a bit of RNG. I'm guessing, I've only actually done this once on 25 man, but I'm guessing it's a bit of RNG not getting hit with the ice block when you're popping in and out. But hopefully you found this guide helpful and you're able to kill him without too much trouble. So, okay. Thanks for watching.